Hello and welcome. My name is Keely Sunleitner, and I am the president of the San Marcos Education Foundation. I'd like to welcome you to our San Marcos Education Foundation 2020 Distinguished Alumni Program. On behalf of the foundation, I'd like to thank you for joining us today as we honor and celebrate this year's recipients. And now I'd like to introduce the Distinguished Alumni Chair, Brooke SPRUIELL.
Hello, Rattler fans. My name is Brooke SPRUIELL, and I serve as the SMEF Distinguished Alumni Committee Chair. The purpose of this award is to honor former San Marcos High School graduates whose achievements, strength of character, and citizenship serve to inspire today's youth. While this year's recognition looks a little different, we were not going to let COVID prevent us from honoring a 2020 class of distinguished alumni. Tonight, we honor the following: Dr. Jennifer LaCoss, Class of 1995. Mrs. Mary McBeth, Class of 1969. Mrs. Yolanda Muzquiz, Class of 1993. Ms. Angela Weber, Class of 1995. And Mr. Charles Stapp, Class of 1988. Join me now in recognizing your 2020 SMEF Distinguished Alumni.
My name is Kathy Stoughton, and I am currently a math teacher and the head softball coach at San Marcos High School. And I'm a 1993 graduate of San Marcos High School, and I nominated one of my greatest friends, Jenny LaCoss, as a distinguished alumni. She's a 1995 graduate of San Marcos High School, and one of the things that stands out to me about Jenny is when she moved here, she came into SMHS her sophomore year, and she was in athletics, and she just meshed with us instantly. She's got such a positive personality, her and her brother Heath, and we were instant friends, and she had a positive impact on people. Everything that she did, she was always doing with a positive attitude, and it was just contagious to everybody else. And looking back at the things that she's accomplished since she's graduated, there are very few people that I think would actually, a lot of people pale in comparison to what Jenny's done. I really admire her for the things that she's done. Every career path she's chosen was for the benefit of others. And she's worked in law enforcement. She worked with criminal investigations. She's also done some things to make sure that the system is better. One thing about Jenny that really resonates with me is she reminds me of that mantra: what's right is not always popular, and what's popular is not always right, because she's stood up for some things before that she knew might have some consequences for her that ended up making changes for lots of people. And then she decided she wanted to continue to help people by becoming a doctor. She's worked with internal medicine, and she works with hospice care and palliative medicine, which to me is one of the hardest medical professions to be in, because you know that you may not be able to save all of your patients, and you know you're managing pain, and you're working with people that just need comfort at the end of their life. And I think it takes a special kind of person to do that. And Jenny's just like her mom, Lois, who does the same thing. And so I've always looked up to her and admired her for everything that she's done, putting other people in front of herself. And that is why I am blessed to call her one of my best friends.
It is a great honor to be selected as a distinguished alumni for San Marcos High School. I'd like to thank the many people throughout my life that have supported me. My advice to current students about how to be successful is simple: work hard, be humble, and approach everything you do with integrity and compassion. Again, thank you for this great honor.
Hi, I was honored to nominate Mary Golsen McBeth for Distinguished Alumni in 2020. From the moment I met her early in our high school years, she established herself as a task-oriented producer of good and meaningful projects for our school. She was the yearbook editor, and now has gone on to write her own book and publish it about keeping our river in San Marcos clean and beautiful. And she's done so through A Mermaid Story. She was cheerleader and led the Royal Guard, and now she contributes to her dance team's successor organization in San Marcos at the university, the Strutters. She was an educator for an entire career and mentored students to success over and over again. and she still educates. From inside the community and from what others see outside, she has been an enthusiastic leader for the betterment of San Marcos and life in San Marcos and beyond. So Mary, we are so proud of you. Thank you for what you do.
Hello, I'm Mary Golsen McBeth. I graduated from San Marcos High School in the class of 1969. If you were a fellow classmate of 1969, would you please stand? After high school, I went on to Texas State, where I was a member of the Chi Omega sorority and the Texas State Strutters. I've been married for 48 years to my college sweetheart, Randy McBeth, and we have 2 children, Macy and Ryan, and their spouses, Ben and Angie, and 5 grandkids. My high school years hold very special meanings for me. I learned a lot. I had teachers who pushed me hard and helped me answer those difficult questions. Thank you, teachers, for all you did for me. Many of those teachers have passed away, but I'll always remember Ms. Martha Nell Holmes, Ms. Mary Evelyn Grant, Ms. Evelyn Worthington, Ms. Monk, Mr. John Fossler, and Ms. Austin. I'm very proud to have been in the pep squad, the Royal Guard, which was the name we called the dance team, and cheerleading. In those activities, I really learned what teamwork was all about. And teamwork has helped me be very successful in my career. I worked as an English teacher and driver ed teacher for most of my years in education, and then I moved on to academic technology, where I trained teachers in Northside School District in San Antonio. I headed up a lot of big initiatives, and one of them was heading up the Digital Media Fair for over 100 schools. My last 5 years, I was in charge of distance learning for those AP students who went to the alternative school, students who had to be homeschooled, and students who were in hospital settings. It does take a village to raise a child. My parents, Pat and Elston Golsen, were wonderful parents, and my sisters, Deborah Mercer and Judy Williams, cheered me on through everything I did. Also, part of my village was the First Baptist Church here in San Marcos. The church helped me learn the importance of going to church and the power of prayer. I'm so thankful for being able to tell you, my beloved San Marcos community, how much you mean to me. Thank you for this great honor. It's an honor for me and my family. And by the way, my favorite color is still purple. Go Rattlers! Thank you.
I nominated Yolanda Muzquiz for Distinguished Alumni because she is somebody who I admire and respect very much. When I think of the phrase strike as one, Yolanda instantly comes to mind. I've had the pleasure to teach alongside Yolanda for 12 years, and I've watched her serve the students of SMHS selflessly. She does everything with character and integrity, and has been named Teacher of the Year for our campus twice, which I think is incredibly awesome. Yolanda embodies all things Rattler spirit and Rattler pride, and I am so proud to know her and call her my friend. Thank you, Yolanda, for being a servant leader to the students at SMHS and for inspiring me every single day. You are so awesome and are so deserving of this award. Welcome to the DA Club.
Hi, my name is Yolanda Muzquiz, SMHS alumni of 1993. I have been at San Marcos High School for the last 22 years as a special education teacher and a student council advisor. I'd like to thank Michelle Knight for nominating me for this award. It is truly an honor. I'd also like to thank Miss Darling, Miss Presley, and Miss Moore for your kind, supportive words. For graduates of San Marcos High School, I think my #1 piece of advice would be find something that you have a passion for and stick to it and work really hard for whatever that passion is.
Hey Chase, so as a fellow alum and a graduate of SMHS 1988, I just want to congratulate you on this award. Well deserved. You are San Marcos, you are a Rattler, your children are Rattlers, and maybe one day your grandkids will also be Rattlers. So continuing that legacy of Rattlers, as well as a legacy in the serving the public as police officers. But thank you for everything you do for our community. Thank you for everything you do beyond that, all your many hours of volunteerism that you also contribute to this community and beyond. So thank you for everything that you do, and congratulations. Chase, I do have to share with you that Lisa Dvorak and Les Stevens both sent letters of recommendation, and I do need to read to you what Les says. So, when a firefighter graduates, he or she receives a pillow and a remote control. Then the cops spend the remainder of their careers telling the firefighters how smart they are. While I share this joke as a way to poke fun at the intellectual capacities of my law enforcement buddies, the truth is, if I could create a mold of the ideal firefighter, that person would have my physical strength, this is Les, my physical strength and good looks, but would have the heart and intellect of Chief Chase Stapp.
Thank you for this honor. Primarily thank you to Rebecca Ibarra Ramirez, who submitted the nomination, and to former San Marcos Mayor and San Marcos High School alum Daniel Guerrero for facilitating that and asking people for the nice letters of support. So, I'll just tell you that I've lived in San Marcos for 50 years, and my wife Terry has also lived in San Marcos for her entire life, and both of us graduated from San Marcos High School. Since that time, both of our two boys graduated from San Marcos High School, and they're also raising their family in San Marcos. And so we've just never wanted to leave. San Marcos has always been home to us, and this community has shown me and my family a great deal of love and support over the years, and so this is just another example of that. It's really a cool honor, and I know I'm in great company, and looking forward to getting to see some of my folks from the class of 1988. So also I would say to any of you out there who are attending San Marcos High School right now, who are potential future recipients of this honor, just don't settle for mediocrity. Do your best, work hard in high school. When you leave there, and whether it be going into the career field or college, do your best and shoot for excellence there too. And you just never know what might happen. You might find yourself recording a video like this one and feeling really loved and welcomed by your high school as well. So thanks again.
Hello, I nominated Angela Weber Gaines, class of 1997, for this year's San Marcos High School Distinguished Alumni Award. Angela is just an extraordinary person. Even from high school on, she was part of the choir, part of the high school musicals every year, part of the dance team, a wonderful friend that provided a lot of encouragement, just had this drive to her. She eventually went on to Southwest Texas State, graduated with 2 degrees, went on to work for the Border Patrol for a short period, then on to work protective details for the State Department, where she was protecting everyone from secretaries of states and presidents to U.S. Olympians around the world. She's traveled all over the world to protect our leaders, protect our athletes, protect our people. And now she is the first female executive security representative for a major Fortune 500 company. And she's just done extraordinary things. We're all incredibly proud of you, Angela, and we just wish you all the very best in the remainder of your career. And we know that you'll be an outstanding role model for all of the other graduates that come after you from San Marcos High School. And this could not have gone to a more deserving person.
Thank you for this amazing recognition. A special thank you to my parents and teachers for bringing me up in the great community of San Marcos, Texas. To Daniel, thank you for nominating me. Daniel has been an invaluable friend and mentor to me and to so many others. To Susan, Jennifer, Michelle, and Leo, thank you for your heartfelt letters of support. As these friends can attest, I've known what I've wanted to do since junior high. You have supported my dreams for as long as I've known you. To the current and recent Rattler graduates, cheer on your friends, but let them cheer you on too. Seek out and embrace every potential mentor and share your dreams with them. But don't forget, You're someone's mentor too. Thank you again. Go Rattlers!